What's up? How you guys doing today, man? It's Friday. I always forget the date, like literally every single time, but I think it's on Friday, July 9th-ish. Let's check. Yes, July 9th on a Friday. All right, and if you have the book, Limitless Hoops, it tells you everything to do on this day, which is an awesome book to have, and this is what we talk about basically in the end. When we start doing this 7 days a week, we only do it 5 right now. I want this show to just be like a really, really quick heads up on what we're doing the next day, all right, and what you should be practicing on today. And after the workout, so let's say that today's Friday, I would be doing it on tomorrow, right, which is Saturday. So at this time on Friday, I would be doing the show like I am right now. And I would be giving you guys Saturday stuff, which would be open gym, but I would be explaining it in depth. We will be going over like topics of the day, but also just like each and every single drill, showing you guys demos of them. And then so that's one time you get to see it. And then on that Saturday, you get to actually run through it. And you have a heads up, so you'll be better at practice because you knew what was going on before we got there. All right. And then after practice, I would expect some of the best players to rewatch the show from the previous day. Right before the next day's show, you can rewatch the previous days because now you've gone over it in your mind and then you went over it with your body and then you got to redo it. And when you go over something 3 times, it's going to be cemented. So the next time around, when we get back around to the book stuff, it'll be that much better, and then you won't be forgetting this stuff. Right? And then you'll easily be able to apply it in games as opposed to just kind of recollecting it, right? Like it's a test. No, you want to make it a part of your life, all right? Because again, I'm giving you guys things that are kind of above you, where I didn't learn some of these things until college, most of them maybe even afterwards, all right? So it's above your pay grade, so you have to kind of up your pay grade to match it. All right, well, let's start. We got a couple of things that I wanted to mention. Just with the real world, Giannis's last game was amazing, dude. Like, that's crazy that he can do all that. But they lost, so they're down 2-0. But, I mean, he is definitely a freak. Giannis, man, like, he's hurt, and he's doing all that. I mean, I'm sure he's not that. I mean, guy, he must not be that hurt because he's jumping from, like, almost the free throw line to dunk on people. He's definitely a freak of nature. And he was hitting fadeaway shots. Like, more than his body, I like his heart. All right, but just no one else brought it. And really serious question is like, is Middleton a superstar? The answer is no, right? All right, he's not. But I mean, he can't even play like one right now. So Giannis is gonna need some help. Besides Pat Connaughton, no one really like tried their hardest. It looked like it was crazy. And I know that the Suns hit a lot of threes, and Devin Booker is basically is unstoppable. All right, they should have kept passing to him down the line. They stopped passing to Devin Booker, which was strange. All right, Chris Paul needs to just end the game by just giving the ball to Devin Booker to end it. But it was overall a fun game. I feel really bad for Giannis, but they are going back home. All you're supposed to do is just win at your home place, and then maybe try to steal one on the road. So they're still in good territory. If the Suns lost both these at home, they would be screwed. But the other way around, not really so much. I agree, John. That's what I like about Giannis' heart. Yeah, Giannis to the Warriors for Klay Thompson. They would never trade Giannis unless he wanted to leave. That'd be a good trade. I love Devin Booker. No. Giannis is never leaving. You have to trade like the world for him. Maybe like not even Dame Lillard. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So he's kind of stuck. No one will ever trade Klay. Oh no, Klay is tradable. Especially after 2 years off, that's crazy. People are still talking about him like he's like, still going to be Klay, but he's not. It's really just going to be strange. But, shooters, though, they don't have to move. So that's his one plus. He won't be able to defend like he used to, probably. All right, and then the other story for today is Zayla Avant-Garde. All right, she won the spelling bee. The Scripps National Spelling Bee is the first time that an African-American has won it. All right, and she's an 8th grader. But she's also a basketball player, and not just a basketball player. She's supposed to be like a prodigy, right? Since she was like young, and I looked her up, and she looks better than y'all do. Okay, so let's watch her real quick. She won the spelling bee. They're hyped about it, but everyone kept sending me messages, so I might as well include it on my show. All right, so let's watch her real quick. This is her. outside doing the Jamal Crawford, right? I think she dribbles the ball after this one. That's a travel. That right there is a travel. But all right, so I mean, she's okay. I'm pretty sure Finley can do that stuff, right? I'm not quite sure about some of those moves, but I like this one. Look at that one. I like that one a lot, actually. How she left it hanging there, and then she went between her legs. I dare y'all to do that, right there. And she jumped. I mean, that's very, very athletic. Of course, I don't like those layups, right? All right, where else is she? This is nice, though, right here. I'm dizzy just watching her. Maybe she can play for the Harlem Globetrotters. On a pogo stick. I didn't even I didn't watch this already. Okay, that's pretty great. What the hell? That girl is more athletic, yeah. All right, so she's doing a lot. Let's watch her in this one. Ball handles better than Blake. Oh, and hit that. That's actually tough. I would like to see her do it consecutively, though, like without the pausing or without the cuts. She gonna touch the balls? Oh, deep three. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. She's fancy. All right. Let's move on to this damn shot. I've not made it yet. I'm trying it again right now, right here, right now. All right, here we go. Not too much arc. Here we go. Dude! Okay, it's okay. At least I'm straight. I'm not hitting the roof anymore. But let's move on to the quote of the day, you guys. Quote of the day is persistence has more value than qualifications. All right, and again, you want this to be the case, all right, because qualifications just means is he tall, are his parents basketball players, and it's like stuff like that. It's like does he have the look, right? But if you have persistence, that means that that when the going gets tough, you're gonna keep going, right? And again, I always dog this dude, but I'm gonna keep doing it. All right.
John,
Ben Simmons.
here's your reminder. Trivia timer.
Trivia time coming up here. But with Ben Simmons, that dude dogs it. He dogs it. He has all the prerequisites, right? But he has all the qualifications, but his persistence has not been there. He's cooling out, chilling, right? So persistence has more value than qualifications. And if you have someone with all the qualifications who has persistence, of course, that's the best. But that's so hard. It's hard to do two things in life. All right. One is if you have nothing, it's really hard to overcome that. It's really hard because you have nothing. You have nothing. You were given nothing. You feel like the whole world's against you in this regard. So if you're like a midget in basketball, oh, that's so hard. That is so hard, right? Or if you're like a poor person, it's so hard to try hard. You might as well just be a gang member, right? It's so hard, right? If you weren't athletic to even like give up Kobe Bryant effort, right? But the other bad thing, the other hard thing, the other impossible thing is if you were given so much. If you were given so much and you have all the qualifications, why try? Why? You're like a third grade phenom. You're better than everyone. What do you want to do after the game? Go eat ice cream. Yeah, I don't want to go work. If your parents were like, hey, let's go work, you'd be like, are you punishing me? I just scored 40 points in this third grade game. Why would I go shoot more shots? Why would I do that? All right. So those are the two extremes, and they're both very, very hard to overcome. But if you have persistence in either one of those, it's better than the qualifications. All right. The one younger kid that used to be in 50 All-Stars, John, I saw Sean Valentine play. He is so good. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Sean Valentine, actually, about a month ago, he bought our book. I saw it come through, and I sent it to him. And his dad said he would buy the book for him when he was more serious about it. So that's pretty cool that you saw him. If you ever see him again, tell him that I say hi. All right. Anyways, yeah, Sean Valentine, very very good little bitty kid basketball player, like a fourth grader, right? Anyways, all right, let's move on to trivia time. I don't think that Finn is here. So I mean, Finn's losing 4-2. So here's your chance, Connor. I don't know if Blake even watched it, but I will say this: the question for today is very very hard, and it is Googleable. So get out your Googlies and get ready. John, a perfect example is MJ's sons. Yep, that's a tough one too. Yeah, they weren't bad. They were both D1 basketball players, or maybe D2. So better than you'll ever be. Don't count that as bad. All right, that's a bad sign. But bad compared to their dad, sure. All right, all right. So the trivia was about Manute Bol, and he was enormously tall, but very very weak. Some things about him: he could only bench press 75 pounds when he entered the league. You guys know how little, like both of you guys could bench press 75 pounds. I promise you. Maybe not Blake, but Connor, you definitely can. 75 pounds. The bar weighs 45 pounds. So yeah, I don't think Blake can do it yet. So he lifted. He's just as strong as Blake Bastani. Crazy. Did not watch the video. I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. We'll see who answers the question. So now Blake, you got a very good chance. And on the day that Finn Kaufman was off, oh man, we'll see. All right. So anyways, he also played soccer. That was his first love. He was in the army, like craziness, right? And he decided to do basketball, and he gives every dime that he made from the NBA back to his people. Because he wants to improve the lives of his people. And of course, he has his famous son, who's now in the NBA. Manute Bol passed away about 10 years ago. All right. He also played with the shortest player in the league, Muggsy Bogues, and they're in a picture together with all the basketballs in between them. And then he also played with the next tallest guy, George Mursan, for 10 days, though. I looked to see if they were ever in the game at the same time, but they weren't. It kind of sucks. I was like, oh, that would have been dope if they both played together, but they did not. Anyways, the trivia question today is very, very random. Manute Bol did so much for basketball relations with Africa, but he did so much more for his African people. All right. What was the name of his foundation that he created, or what is the name of his foundation? That is the trivia question for the day. What is Manute Bol's foundation named? All right. Anyone who answers gets it first. And let's see what Blake Bastani has. 136, almost my body weight. You bench 110. What I bench 80, and I'm so skinny. Oh, 80? That's crazy. Anyways, what is the foundation name? What is the foundation name? So Blake Bastani is actually stronger than Manute Bol was. That's hilarious. By 5 pounds, though. By 5 pounds. All right. Does anyone have the name? Again, you can Google it. You should have had it by now. All right. Southern California Mountains Foundation. That is not it. That is not it. They mention in the video, and if you do Google this, it comes up. It's the name of his foundation. That is the name. Who got it first? Connor Rush got it first. Ah, man. What was the other one that you named? Does he have 2 foundations or something? You erased it? Anyways, moving on. Good job with that. All right, next we have, you Googled. Of course you Googled. It's all right. All right. Overhead board passes, drive left, right, pass high, low, on-ball defense, ball jump versus face cut, Kobe post, double bounce series. So, overhead board passes. All right, you want to get on the free throw line, take the basketball, and throw it over your head so that it comes right back to your hands. All right, you guys both aren't strong enough to do that, so you can take a step inside the free throw line. If you are strong enough, okay, then you can take a step to the three-point line. Okay, no one can do it from further than that because of the angle, but going from right here, stepping forward with just 1 foot and throwing it like that, and enables you to become a better overhead passer. When you're a better overhead passer, you can basically they can't double team you as easily. They can't press you as much, okay? Because or they can't really play like too much help side because if you can make a pass across court like that, now they have to respect you offensively in every which way. Okay, so the other team basically can't cheat. All right, and you're much more of an impact player if you can pass to all 4 players on the court at the same time. All right, those people who can't, well, you can just leave their man and just double team them. Then they're in trouble, like a whole bunch of second graders or third graders, or you guys. All right, whoever can't pass full court or across court. So on our ball screens, if they double team us, we want to retreat to make that pass. On the outlet passes, we want to pass back and make that pass, right? On when we're on the wing, we want to raise it up, or in the post, raise it up. And if they play bad defense, then they raise up. If we're trying to pass from right here, they don't have to raise up. But if we put it right here, then they raise up. And if they raise up, now we can lower the ball and go right by them. So you put them in. You put them in a lose-lose situation, which is what you want to do. All right. So make sure that your overhead passes are on point. All right. Drive left, right, pass high, low. All right. This one is from the wing, and then there's another player on the opposite wing. All right. You want to either drive middle or drive baseline. All right. And you want to drive fast and hard. So as you drive baseline, let's say. The person will go to the baseline, all right? And then they will either put up their hands like this, in which case you would drive to the baseline and make a straight pass. Or if they run to the baseline from the wing and they put their hand out like this, you would dribble in and then take 2 steps, jump out of bounds along the baseline and make it like a diving out of bounds pass to them. And when you make that pass, that's basically where the defenders aren't allowed to go. So you can always get the ball through there. So those are the 2 choices. And the reason why they want to run from the wing to the corner is because that's the rotation during games. The reason why they want to put up their hand either here or there is to make you figure out the option and then do a completely different action based on the option. And that option during games will be how the defenders play you. Not their hand, obviously, right? Your teammate's not going to be like, jump out of bounds. No. It's going to be the defense, whether their hand's going to be there or not. The defense can't stop you both ways, all right? They can only stop you one way, and you have to read it and then react as you're driving. So we're trying to simulate that. If you drive toward the middle, however, all right, they're going to go to the baseline as well, and they're going to either put their hand here or up, all right? And if they put their hand up, well, no, first, if they put their hands here, you're going to drive, jump stop, and make a straight pass to them. All right? But if they put their hands up, as you drive toward the middle, you're going to jump stop and then throw a jump pass, overhead pass, so you can get the ball over the defender. So again, you want to practice so that no matter what the defense does, they aren't going to get deflections. All right, so you want to stop the defense from getting deflections by having 2 different options, both different ways. All right, anyways, what do we have here? On my screen, I was first. I swear I have the world's worst Wi-Fi. I have figured out if you are on a computer, it's 2 to 4 seconds behind if you go on your phone. Well, interesting. So you're figuring it out, guys. But hey, I gave you guys. I think no one answered for like the first minute anyway. So hey, figure that out. All right. Next up is on-ball defense. For on-ball defense, we have you want to slightly force them right or left. Okay. And usually you force them toward the baseline because you don't want people going toward the middle. But your defense might be different. The situation might be different. They might come off of a screen, in which case you want to force them toward the on-ball screen. Okay, don't let them go away from it. All right, unless you're icing the screen or whatever, right? But you want to slightly force them, not over-force them, but slightly force them. All right, and you want to position your leg so that they can't go over your top leg. All right, you want the ball side hand to be up. And like denying the ball and tracing the ball. If the ball's low or high, you want it to be there. You want the opposite hand, though, to be slightly reaching. All right, just to kind of dissuade them from ripping the ball through low. Because if they do, you can place your hand right at their chest and then take the ball. All right, if they do successfully switch sides, then you can switch hands as well and then start digging with that one. All right, and then once they take their first dribble, you want to make sure that you take your first step in that direction. So if they go towards your left, your first step is with your left foot. All right. Basically, after that, you're just going to be turning them as many times as possible. But that first step is the most important one. So make sure that you step properly. Most people step with their other foot, and that's why they get blown by. You can take that knowledge on offense and just attack their foot, especially their top foot, and then you can just go by them as they're taking the step with the wrong step and attack people rather than dribbling to the side or dribbling back or being weak. Next one is ball cut versus face cut. This is the drill where you start at the half court line and you can either pass it to the right wing or to the left wing. All right, and when you make that pass, you try to face cut him at the same time while the defender tries to jump. And we put two different cones in between the elbow and the wing on both sides. So right in between. And you guys are racing to that cone. And if the offensive player can get to the inside of that cone, he wins. If the defender can get to the outside of the cone and block off the offensive player from cutting in front of him, then he wins. And we're basically just trying to improve your offense and your defensive skill off of this pass. Because right when someone passes it, you should be jumping. And if you jump and the weak side jumps, their offense is basically done. All right? And if you can sprint fast enough to cut in front of someone, then you've just created a great offense. If you can constantly cut in front of someone's face. And don't forget, most people aren't even thinking about jumping off and things like that at your level. So if you're cutting fast enough, you should always have face cuts. Always, always, always. Who else is watching? There is 3 likes. There is a mystery watcher. I'm here but can't listen anything because I'm in a packed gym. Oh, Ben Kaufman's here. Nice. All right. So next thing is the Kobe post move. We talk about that a lot, but that's basically just to show your footwork, to show your footwork possibilities, and to teach you something where it's like creatively allowing you to use the rules of the game in your favor and to use the fact that your defender can't possibly see all the angles. So again, we talked about that enough, but it's just forward pivot and then jump back to right here, shimmy, and then go either way. And again, practicing this is just practicing your footwork and getting a move that no one can stop. And double bounce series, starting from the elbow, bounce between the leg behind the back, into a spin move. You're going to start spinning before the ball touches your hand, into a spin move toward the middle, hook shot with your opposite hand, or pump fake, and then you can show, and then spin back to a jump shot. I'm sorry. Next one is pump fake, rip through for a shot. The next one is pump fake, rip through to fake, and then spin back for a shot. And then the last one is pump fake, rip through, fake, spin back to a shot, fake, and then rip through again for a shot. So it's like a series of moves that just let you practice like just the maneuverability of a postman and how it's supposed to be. All right, moving on. That took a while. What's the most points you guys had in the game? Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, 46, baby. 46. I was in Taiwan. Before that, 38. Yeah, but I was always a point guard, never scored. Anyways, great job with the homework. I see you guys floaters on the left-hand side. I like those floaters. I saw you as well, Blake Bastani and Connor. I saw Blake's workouts with Lucas today. He said he was smaller as well. Has John noticed me yet? Yeah, I said something about you, Finn. Hi, Finn. All right. But I definitely noticed. Did you drop 20? You won. Good job, man. All right. Anyways, great job with the homework. Let's move on. Oh, we got Dame Dollar in the house. I said he was in Space Jam. There's no way he should be in Space Jam because he has like no real personality. I was like, unless he wants to be on the soundtrack, and he is. The soundtrack to the first Space Jam was awesome. They had so many songs on it. I loved that soundtrack. I mean, like, wait, what was the one song? Hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em low. If you can hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. I'm going straight to the hole. You ain't got no game. It's dope. It's dope. Anyways, I can't wait to hear Dame's song. Whole bunch of other people are in it as well. I'm sure some rappers that you guys know, like Lil Uzi, Vert Baby, Big Daddy, and stuff like that. Yeah, but yes. So I'm glad that Dame is getting his rap on in this movie. It would have been a horrible pass on his part since he has a very prospering rap career. I thought he wasn't going to be in it, and I was like, wait, why isn't Dame capitalizing on this movie coming out? So yeah, that's my image of the day is Dame Lillard doing his thing. Anyways, quick commercial, then we'll be right back. All right, next up we got 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 run, countdown game, one-on-one sprint, successful dribble shots, diagonal hurdle layups, and sandbag slides for the middle school. And again, in the future, has John said anything about the Suns? Yes. Yeah, there's all those workouts. I'll skip those. We're good. And now it's time for story time. Basketball teaches you character. It teaches you to play by the rules. It teaches you to know what it feels like to win and lose. Basketball teaches you about life.
3 seconds, Duncan shoots, scores, and the Spurs win.
So yeah, basketball teaches you a lot about life, about winning and about losing, and I think Tim Duncan was my favorite pick for the character person because he has like a ton of character. I mean, he has a lot of integrity in the way that he played his game. You gotta go by the rules, all that stuff, and so it's a blessing to be able to play this game. Just don't ever forget it. All right. Next up, we got our back down series, pick and roll, rescreen, Statue of Liberty, 2-ball catch, dowel jumps, and then peekaboo shots for the back down series. Again, this was like one of my favorite plays back in the day in high school. I would take the ball right here and I would just back down. And I would wait for the defense to react, okay? And like no matter where the defenders are, right? They have to do something. All right? So they have to make a choice. And in the end, I would make them pay. All right? So if they're playing perfect help side, great. You're awesome. All right? As I back you down, I can score on this guy if you guys never come over. I'm that good. I can score on you, and I can do a variety of moves. And those are the moves that we practice on. We roll middle, we roll baseline for the reverse. We pro hop middle. We can do a lot of moves off of this thing right here, so that we're good enough. We can step middle, spin back baseline for a shot, or we can even do the Dirk fade, right? And as we're backing down, if we can do all those things, then it becomes really easy. Because if this guy comes over here, I can easily just pass the ball over there, right? And even if he covers down, right? And if one of these guys comes over, if this guy comes down, all right, now these guys can just rotate over, all right? Whereas he's a natural inborn screener. So if I pass out to him, whoever decides to step out is going to get hit by a screen, right? As long as I'm able to reach all of my players, this is a done play. This is all that you need to do. And we got this from Mark Jackson. We would even call the play Indiana because Mark Jackson played for the Pacers. All right. So the back down series is enormous. If you want to watch the Dirk fade real quick, the Dirk fade right here. All right. This is the hardest one right there. You back him down until you can lift that leg up, and that's what Giannis was doing. All right. If you have that shot, that's a really unblockable shot right there. All right. Anyways, moving on. Last thing is the movie of the day is The Hustler. All right. This is the 9th grade. What is today's date? 9th grade. There you go. The 9th grade movie of the day. This is the most boring series of all time. Oh, Bucks. It's not really boring, but I think it'll get better. All right. Anyways, with the Hustler. I have never seen this, but I did watch The Color of Money, which is another billiards movie, right? And what is this? It's so weird. Like, this movie is so old, right? love stories happening, things like that. But this guy is Paul Newman, and he was in The Color of Money as an old guy, and he also played pool. And I was like, wait, he played two pool movies? It turns out that movie was a sequel to this movie. And this movie was like enormously popular for its time. But The Color of Money had Tom Cruise in it and had the old man who was this guy teaching him how to be a hustler. I don't know. So I loved that movie, The Color of Money. It's like an 80s or 90s movie or something like that. So I think I want to watch this older one, even though it's so hard to watch old movies because, we've advanced so much since then. But anyways, that's the ninth grade movie, The Hustler. If you have a parent, they've probably seen this movie. So it might be a good movie to watch one with them. Minnesota Fats, these were all like real people who like played and things like that. But pool hustling, it's a really fun thing to do. Anyways, that's all that we had. And don't forget the quote of the day is, persistence has more value than qualifications. So don't worry about your qualifications. You go out there and you stick with the persistence. All right, we have open gym tonight. For anyone who's in town, you can come to open gym. We are really supposed to be paying for the gym, but just show up. I'll figure it out with them later because I'm trying to start something that will eventually get them money anyway. So don't worry about that. We have our filming for Connor's movie on Monday. I'm excited about that. So Connor, bring all your friends. Like at least bring like 4 people. I'll get them jerseys. They will be in your movie. They will be playing for an hour just straight. We'll be filming around you guys. So just playing basketball. That's it. I will have coaches there, refs, everything like that. And that's all that I have. Anyways, let me know how your games end up. Keep working hard, guys, and I will check y'all later. Anyways, great job to the trivia winner today. That was Connor. He's extended his lead even further. All right, y'all. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.